Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, Turkey logic protects data, nay, prevents work and money. It pays to listen. Coworker needs help filing a complaint. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Turkey logic protects data, nay, prevents work and money. So freshly out of my first project's deployment, I was placed into the maintenance group that handles that project's ongoing support, plus 2 other associated systems. This group handles the data for all the deposits that are made by the various buildings making deposits to the bank. These are large volume, large amount deposits, with about $2 million minimum per day spread over 75 different locations. There is a mandate that a payment coming in must be delivered to the bank as a deposit within 1 business day or HWR. Heads will roll, figuratively in one sense, but with the ultimate fear that the press would get wind of the problem and ask sticky questions. So, perhaps not job loss, but the embarrassment of having someone stick a microphone and a monster of a camera in your face engenders a significant unwillingness to take risks unnecessarily. After a few months of the routine, it happened that, for some reason, a batch of deposits got messed up within the system. No problem, delete the offending batch and enter it again. There was an option in the supervisor's menu to precisely do that. The catch, the code required that we in IT must code the batch number within the program that would run if that option was chosen and for only that one exclusive batch. But this was holding up the entire country's deposits. Remember $2 million or more? And the ever-feared TV cameras pointed your way. Technical comment: this was CICS, IBM Customer Information Control System, and you didn't just bump the program out. You coded the program, compiled it, placed in the test environment, tested it, then uploaded the code into production, compiled, begged management to sign off to petition the system administrators to force a CICS environment refresh within production, then called the manager in the remote office to delete the batch. At which point, life was good. Of course, this was an emergency patch. No test environment, place it into production without any ability to test it. Life was not good. Angels cried. The batch did not delete. Remote manager notified head office. So, back again into the code, modify the second conditional check, beg the manager, petition the system administrators, call the manager in the remote office to delete the batch, and so, back again into the code, modify the second conditional check, beg the manager, petition the system administrators, call the manager in the remote office to delete the batch, and so, back again into the code, modify the second conditional check, beg the manager, petition the system administrators, call the manager in the remote office to delete the batch, and the batch still did not delete. And I found out that, having passed through one fire, the batch was left in a halfway dead state where it would not pass the first check, but would pass the second check. Into code, modify everything to bypass the first check, grovel to the manager who was getting annoyed, petition the holy system administrators, and I wasn't even allowed to affect food or liquid bribery, though I did promise to a beer to the gatekeeper after work, called the manager, and the batch finally deleted. All 75 Brinks trucks loaded up and headed over to the bank for deposit in time that day, though it was a close one. And I took the system administrator gatekeeper to the pub down the hill for his beer after work. Did not have a clue as to why the bartender knew him by first name. I was young and innocent then. The next routine iteration of the program updates, that weekend, included a series of comments within the management delete batch pointing out that the batch ID must be programmed in 2 separate places, and also encoding the batch number as a constant within both programs, making it way easier to locate and change. I may have had a trial by fire, but there was no way that I would let someone else go through that same hell. I grew to hate Turkey logic and code whenever I spotted it. When located, I would comment the hell out of it so that subsequent people reading would realize that the logic is placed in 2 spots and the code must be kept in sync. Wherever possible, would use constants to make the logic clearly stand out. It pays to listen. So while my direct title in the company I work for isn't exactly IT, it is well known my talents on the computer far exceed just about everyone in the unit. That bit of trivia makes me the prime target when it comes to employee training of if you need any help, just ask me. When you're dealing with people who look at a computer in awe, you know it's never going to be good. This is where patience is really tested. We had a couple of new hires this week and neither one of them were very bright when it came to using a computer. Now mind you, I have my own work to do as well, so I don't necessarily have time to constantly drop what I'm doing to assist these people when it should be upper management or HR that helps these people out. But what kills me to no end is how people don't listen to what you're telling them. Just because you are not tech savvy, that's not an excuse to act completely clueless and incompetent. So here is a few exchanges that I've had with the new hires while they're doing their training. We'll just say I'm Jason, and then there's NH1 and NH2, new hire to be exact. NH1, hey Jason, can you help me out with this? I don't know what to do. Me, rolls over to their cubicle, sure, what do you need? NH1, I can't figure out what happened, I'm working on this course, but every time I click on it, it just starts this over. Me, looks it over, so, what happens if you click on this button? NH1, I did, and it just starts over again. Me, a bit perplexed, okay, so what happens if you click on this icon here? NH1 does so, and it starts over again. NH1, see? It's not working, I don't know what to do. Me, thinking NH1 was lying about clicking on the button I asked about, I phrase it differently. Have you tried clicking on this button? Read it back to them this time. NH1 clicks on it, and it proceeds. NH1, oh. Now it's finally working. I don't know how you figured that out. The button I originally asked you about that you told me you clicked on, that's how. Now a few minutes later, NH2 chimes in. NH2, Jason, I need some help, this isn't working right. Me, rolls over to their cubicle, okay, what's this issue? NH2, I can't figure out what to do with this screen. It's a replica of our intranet homepage, and the course was on SDS. Me, oh, I know how to get past this. Just click on the box at the top middle part of the screen where it says search. NH2, looks totally lost, then starts moving their mouse around and stopping it at random spots here. Mouse is over the top right part of the screen. Me, no, you need to go more to the left. NH2, starts moving the mouse downwards instead and finds something else totally unrelated here. Me, I'm getting irritated at this point because I've dealt with people who do this all the time. No, that's not the top middle of the screen, that's the lower right. Move your mouse upwards to the top part of the screen and in the middle where there's a very obvious white search bar, click in that. NH2, moves the mouse up all the way and way over to the left on the address bar here. Me, no. Right here. Finally gets up and physically points to it on the screen. NH2, oh okay. Man, you're really good with computers. Yeah, I am. But this is just a simple case of listening problems, has nothing to do with being good at computers. I finally get back to my work for about 5 minutes, and then NH1 gets my attention again. NH1, Jason, my screen went blank. What do I do? Me, rolls back from my cubicle to theirs. Oh, the software just timed out, you just need to refresh the page, and it'll bring you back. NH1, proceeds to go up to the X and clicks on it. Oh no, what happened to it? Me, really suppressing how annoyed I'm getting. It's okay, just open your start menu and click on Google Chrome to get back into it. NH1, what's a start menu? Okay, fair enough, Windows hasn't openly said start on the start menu since Vista. So I try a different approach. Me, go to the lower left of the screen and click on the little white Windows logo and click on it. NH1, hovers over the recycle bin on the desktop. This? Me, no. All the way to the bottom, and then all the way to the left of the screen. NH1, manages to get it open. Okay, now what? Me, the list is in alphabetical order, go down to the GS and find Google Chrome. NH1, starts at it for what seems to be an eternity, and then happens to notice the Microsoft Edge icon on the taskbar. Wait, you mean this thing? Hovers over at me, feels himself die inside just a bit. No. That's not what you're looking for. It's in the Start menu under G. It says Google Chrome. It has a multicolored ball as an icon. NH1, what's an icon? Me, it's the little picture next to the words. NH1, oh, you mean like this? Happens to actually pick out Google Chrome this time. Me, yes, that's it. Click on it. NH1 does those stupid over-exaggerated clicks while moving the mouse halfway across the desk at the same time. It didn't work. Me, literally screaming inside. At this point you moved your mouse while you were clicking. Try not to move it, and just press down on the left mouse button. Finally, after all this, I managed to get them back into their learning center and figure, now I can get back to work. Not 2 minutes later. NH1, Jason, I can't find my training. Me, looks at their screen. Okay, just click on my transcript on the right hand side of the screen and it'll list what you have to do and what is already in progress. NH1, stares mystified. Up here? Hovering over a useless picture. Me, no, it's on the right hand side of the screen. NH1, oh okay. I see it now. Proceeds to move the mouse over there and tries clicking on. Nothing, it's not doing anything. Me, you need to click on the text for it to work. Now I don't get this part, because so many people do it. They think they have to click at either the very beginning of the text or after it, but never actually on the text. NH1, I clicked on it and it doesn't do anything. Me, you need to hover over the text and it'll turn into a finger, and when it's a finger, that means you can click on it. Now the game of Parkinson's comes into play, and for whatever reason they couldn't hover over somewhat large text to make it into a finger, and instead just keeps randomly trying to click on it. At this point I just take the mouse out of their hand and I do it for them, kind of Nick Burns style. NH1, oh, there we go. I just did the rest to get them back into their training. This went on for a couple of hours. Finally I went on a much needed break, and when I got back, they were leaving for the day. I never wanted to beat myself so much in the head. Again, failure to listen has absolutely nothing to do with not knowing how to use a computer. And now a bonus from NH2, the next day, which was Friday. NH2 comes waltzing into the room I'm in with my fiancé, who also works at the same unit, and has that look of I need you and a little smirk. Jason, the computer broke. Me, what do you mean? How is it broken? NH2, well, the room went dark. Me, you mean the room lost power? Granted, I'm sure it's on a different breaker, but I still found it odd. NH2, the lights went out and the computer shut off. Me, my fiancé, we'll call her Crystal, could tell I was agitated, so she took him back into the room while I stayed where I was, wondering what the heck could have happened this time. After some time, Crystal comes back into the room. Me, well, what happened exactly? Crystal, since he didn't move for a while, the automatic lights shut off in the room, and then he ended up bumping the switch on the monitor, turning the monitor off. I just let out a deep sigh and prayed for mercy at this point. I'm not paid enough to deal with these sort of things. Coworker needs help filing a complaint. So I work as the /tech support person for a medium-sized company in the UK. This one happened about 20 minutes ago. So I work a few hours normally each Saturday as our business works over the weekend. A ticket comes through from a coworker saying, help reporting illegal website activity. Okay. That's a new one for me. So I head over to find out what's going on, and here's the exchange. Me, hi, how can I help? Her, I need you to fix this and report this company for me. Me, what is wrong? Her, I need to get these files off this website and I need them now, but the website says they're closed for scheduled maintenance. I need the files, it's illegal for them to do that. Me, brain skips like a broken record player. Yeah, I can't help with that, it's not our website and it's not illegal. Her, getting flustered and angry, but I need the files now. Why can't you fix this? Me, I can only help with issues that happen in our company. I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do. Is this what my life is like now in IT?